Hi guys, good morning. It's me again, Rose from the Philippines. Today is August 26, 2016. It's a Friday and it's still 8:48 a.m. and hoping that it is a little bit bright today. And I opened also the lamp so it will become brighter. So I'm here now for my show and tell podcast. And hello to all my subscribers. I have 120 now. I can't see all of the new ones because I'm only using my phone to browse for it. So when I get a chance to see it on the laptop, I will write it down and make a shout out. So I have been busy these past few days because I was preparing for a plan of mine that has been long overdue. I wanted to ask our church if I can teach crochet there, but I didn't do it yet. So I'm hoping to do it tomorrow because we have a women's ministry um, power powerhouse or power rally, women's rally. So my aunt, my mama, and I are going tomorrow. So I'm hoping to talk to one of the sisters from the church about it. And it's been a long time since I made a podcast. I think the last one was last Friday, and it's been a week. So I'm going to show you the items. I don't have any items. I just made a portfolio of all the stitches that I know that I can teach. I also have some notes. I'm just going to show you what we've been up to lately. Recently, Mario, Sophie, and I built some popsicle stick houses. The one that Marius made is a little bit lower than this, but he broke it because Daniel meddled with it and he got angry and he broke it. That is for Marius, but this is the one that Sophie and I made, and as you can see, there are lots of glue stick that are leftovers for it, but it came out pretty okay. There was supposed to be another one of this for this side, but Daniel broke it, so you can see it there. But it became like a door, and the other side has this window, and it is fun making stuff with the kids. Aside from them watching YouTube all the time, so they can also enhance their creative mind or creative skills. So this is one of our projects recently. And yesterday, Marius asked me to make him a top hat. And I'm thinking that he got the idea from Five Nights at Freddy's because Freddy the bear there, he wears a hat and he also has a microphone props and a bow tie. So yesterday I came up with this. I just whipped it up. It is made out of pizza carton for this one and this one. And then I folded some magazine for this part. But last night, I was painting it with textile paint, the black one that I have. But it didn't cover all of the scotch tape because it is made out of plastic, I guess. So it didn't paint that parts. So what I did was, I put a typewriting paper to cover this. Also these parts and these parts. And then after that, I painted it. and it's dried overnight. So I'm hoping that he can use this because they have a program at school during this month, Pambansang Wika Day, I guess. It's a national holiday for us. He said that he's going to use this for school on Monday, but Monday is a holiday, so I think he's lying to me. Maybe he just wants me to make him a top hat. Then again, I made it, so it's okay. So for me, it's not going down. Doesn't fit me, but I'm guessing that it fits him because he wore it last night. And Sophie and I, we also has been making some paper flowers. Just do this pastime and some kind of bonding time for us. So for my portfolio, this is the only somewhat finished item that I have that I really wanted to show you guys. Because I wanted to teach other people crochet. So in order to do that, I'm going to make some props or things to show them, to inspire them also. So I came up with this. This is a clear book that Nicole gave me. And for the first parts of it, I lettering the word crochet and some notes. And I have here a Bible verse. It's from Proverbs 16:3. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans. So that is going to be my memory verse. And it's also a verse that inspires me to continue with this. So I'm hoping that it will work. But if it doesn't, I don't know. I think I'm just going to teach the people that are around me. Sophie is one of them, but Sophie is still young. So I told her that when she becomes 12 years old, that's when the time that I will teach her. But recently, I have been teaching her slip knots and finger crochet of chains, because it's the only finger crochet that I know how to make chains. But I watched some of the videos online and they have a tutorial for finger crocheting a single crochet. So I'm going to watch that also. So this is the portfolio I made. And for the first parts of it, first pages, I put all of the basic stitches on how to begin with it. So I don't know if you can see because I have a black background, but I made some crochet for it, like the slip knot, the chain, the basic stitches like the slip stitch, the single crochet, half double crochet. I also have some double crochet. And for this ones, I have been making some embellishments, just like a scrapbook. So I put here plenty of flowers. So I have been drawing some flowers because the other night, Marius and Sophie are playing with a pentel pen, but they lost the cap for it. So what happened was, it was here for a night and I decided to put a cap that is not the usual cap for it. But when I used it, it is okay to use it. So I did, and that's what I've been using for all of the lines. And Auntie told me that it was hers, but the kids and I are using it, so it's okay. So this one is the treble crochet. And for the other parts, I have an idea for flat crochet items that I can put here, aside from the ones that are more bulky, like the tumbler holder, the other examples. Those examples I put on a eco bag so I can also show them. But I didn't put them here because it is flat. It's not flat. So the ones I put are the stitches that I know. So this ones is for the crocheting in the rounds. So I use also most of the things I made before as samples for this. So I also made some posters, and I also lettering all of the names for it. An idea for beginners are the small flowers and small bows. I learned from Miss Claire. But here's some motifs. And aside from those, I have been making some designs using different colored papers. There's a parade coming, so it's a little bit noisy. But I'm still going to continue. I also put some of the quotes I have from church to inspire me here. And some granny squares, the start of it and how it grows. So the next ones are going to be all of the stitches that I researched. One of them is this for the edgings or the picots, the shell stitch. I put at least 4 examples for the shell stitch because they have variations on them. The bubble stitch and the popcorn. Some examples of filet crochet. And then for this one, I made a puff stitch out of the Rosario yarn, and I incorporated also filet crochet with it. Because when I saw it on YouTube, puff stitch and bubble stitch is kind of different in a way. And the chevron, I still want to put some captions on them to say that, like the chevron, there's another name for it, like ripple stitch, and maybe some diagrams to put here. So this is the chevron and the basket weave stitch. Then I made a front and back post. Then I still have to put some directions for weaving in the ends, for connecting squares. Those are the things that I've written in this paper that I can also add to this, and I can explain. So there's also the drop stitch, and this is the first time that I made this, and this is the corner to corner. This example is my first try on the corner to corner. Then there's this Tunisian crochet that I just learned recently. And I've incorporated also some papers from magazines that are colorful, like the quilted magazine that I have. And this one I put some color work. So I still have to study how to color work using single crochet, because the example I put here is Tunisian crochet. So I think I still have other examples to put here. And this is another one of the quotes that I put. And I have been also busy making some designs for this. So the last parts of this is kind of messy in a way, because I just put pieces of scraps that I put together here at the back. So for the back parts of this one, I've experimented some granny squares from the Yarn Utopia or Nadia, and she has some 365 days of granny squares that she posts every day. So I browsed most of them, and I have been crocheting along some of them. as an inspiration because most of them have variations of stitches that I can show my students if ever. So I've learned Yarn Utopia's 365 squares from Miss Jan. So thank you, Miss Jan, for referring me to that. So I've been saving them and recently been crocheting along the tutorials. So here are some of the granny squares that I made. And I'm hoping that this will not be glary because it has a plastic on it. So these are 4 of the examples that I made. And I can use them for the bags that I'm making because I'm planning to make some what I call aguinaldo bags that I can sell on Christmas that kids can use for that holiday. I also have 3 here. And I've been enjoying making them because they are new to me and the stitches, some of them are not familiar to me, so I'm enjoying making them. And also, I've been inspired with the colors that I use. And some colors are not available, so I'm using other ones. So, these are the back parts. And the back parts, I put some pieces of paper that I can use for design. And I also Xerox a pattern from the other book that I have, so I can have a visualization of the stitches. So that's it. At the back part, I also have some examples of patterns that are free. So that is my portfolio, and I'm hoping that it's not blurry. So about light stuff, there isn't really much. I've been doing that. It's kind of tiring in a way to think about something that you really want. And then, but it's kind of okay because it gives me a new perspective or something to look forward to. So last Saturday, I went to Luneta Park and I've shown you the video. And I'm so sorry if it's a little bit loud because there are people passing by there. There are students that are taking some videos. And I'm thinking that they have some projects to make or documentaries to make of the park. So there are plenty of students there. They are filming some of the videos talking about the park as a whole. So, and there's also some loud music playing. It's Celine Dion's songs that she is singing. So I was there last Saturday because I went to the office and gave Ate Lori the hat, the revised hat. And afterwards, I go to the post office, but the package counter is closed. I was going to inquire about a package, but it was closed. So I'm planning to go on Wednesday. And it's really nice going to Luneta Park whenever I have the chance because it's really peaceful there. And when I got to the far end of the park, there are some grasses there that some youth goes to play football. And I got a chance to walk on the grass. And it was a very large place. So I roamed around and I walked around, and when I got tired, I just sit on one of the cemented areas there, and I was just watching people passing by and thinking also that I can that I can sell there because I brought with me Pikachu and Raphael. So I'm thinking about asking people if they want to buy from me, but I didn't do that because I'm a little bit embarrassed and I just want to enjoy the scenery. So I have put here one useless fact about me. Let's smile. I put here one useless fact that I has been a collector of Tagalog romance novels, pocketbooks that I collect, and sometimes when there are book signings for the authors of it, I also go there. They have events wherein they put up a program for the writers and for all of the readers, and enjoy some raffles, some dancing programs, and book signings. So you can also interact with all of the authors of the books that you read. So I was also an audience for that of some kind. And when I used to rent a long time ago, I also let my pocketbooks be rented by my neighbors, the neighbors that I know. So the neighbors that I know who can bring it back, but sometimes gets lost with them, and they didn't return it back to me. So I have a catalog, browsed and studied the, yeah. Since I've been making the portfolio, this is the book that Miss Jan gave me. These are a complete illustrated reference for 200 stitches. And I can also use this book for teaching some people how to crochet because it has some nice pictures and some very detailed instructions of all the things you can learn about crochet. So they can visualize the stitches and how to make them. And I can also show them all of the stitches with the diagrams because they have some diagrams along with them, along with the picture and the written instructions. So I have been referring to this and I have been reading this so I can refresh my mind of all the things that I have to learn in order to teach them. And I'm thinking about translating all of the English into Tagalog so the student will know them in Tagalog. So also I've been studying them and referring to the glossary part of all the terms. This is very useful for me for right now. So I've learned some new squares and I also shown them to you. And I'm also making some example wallets for all of the stitches that I can show just flat because some stitches you have to make it round so you can show them just like this camel stitch. So I'm going to make all of the stitches by crocheting them like a wallet. So that's it from me. I'm hoping this video will be okay, not blurry, so I wouldn't be able to video again. My voice is becoming rusty, so I have to say goodbye for now. I'm hoping you guys have a very fine time today, some family bonding time, and just relaxing and crocheting, sipping coffee, or things like that. So that's it for me. Bye for now.